Hello everyone, in this video we will be solving problem 55 jump game. The problem statement is we are given an integer array nums and we are positioned at the array's first index, that is I is equal to 0, and each element of the array represents the maximum jump length at that position. We need to return true if we can reach to the last index or else return false. In other words, we need to return true if we can reach to the last element from the first element based on the size of the jumps that we can take at each position. In example number 1, there are multiple ways to reach to the last element, hence the output is true. But in example number 2, there is no way to reach to the last element because there is a 0 right before that, and all of the elements preceding 0 will lead you to the 0 position. I hope you were able to understand the problem statement. This is a very interesting problem and there are multiple ways to solve it. Let's start with brute force approach and slowly work our way towards building an optimized solution. Starting with the brute force approach, when a pointer is pointing at index 0, the value is 2. It means it can jump up to 2 spaces towards the right. It can either go to 3 or to 1. For better understanding, let's draw a graph to simulate this. From number 2, taking a jump of size 1 will take me to 3 and taking a jump of size 2 will take me to 1. Now from node 3, we have 3 options to take a jump of size 1, 2 and 3. And after each jump, we'll check if we are at the last element in the array. If no, then we'll repeat the same cycle to go as deep as possible. In this case, making a jump of size 3 will take us to the last element, so we can stop the iteration and return true. In the worst case scenario, the time complexity of this approach is O of n square, as we are repeating the same calculation multiple times across multiple legs. For example, node 1 is being calculated on the right hand side of node 2 on the top and also on the left hand side of node 3, while the space complexity is O of 1 as we are not creating any additional collection. As we are doing repeated calculation across multiple legs, we need to think of some solution to avoid it. The most suitable approach in these kind of situation is to use dynamic programming. Using dynamic programming, we can create an array of size n and record the value if we are able to reach to the last element from that position. And when we are processing the same element that has already been calculated before, we can just do a lookup in the dynamic programming array to look at the result and accordingly adjust the flow. With this change, our time complexity is improved to O of n as we are no longer running duplicate calculations. Each element is only processed once. But the space complexity is increased to O of n as we are using this dynamic programming array to record all of the nodes that we have already visited. So this is certainly an improvement in terms of time complexity from the previous brute force approach. Now let's discuss how we can use the greedy algorithm to solve this problem, which can help us get the best of both of the solutions that we have discussed, that is the time complexity of O of n and space complexity of O of 1. Until now, when we were running the iteration, we were starting from the first element and moving towards the right hand side to see how many steps we can go. But what if we change our approach to start from the right hand side and see if the last element is accessible? One way to determine that is to look at the element right before that, that is n minus 2, if its value is greater than or equal to 1. If the previous value, that is n minus 2, has a value greater than or equal to 1, it can easily make a jump to reach to the last element. If this condition is satisfied, it means that I no longer need to figure out ways to reach to the last element. As long as I can reach to n minus 2 position, I know I should be able to get to the last element as well. Know that now the element at n minus 2 is the new target. Now we need to repeat the same cycle to look at n minus 3 value to see if I can get to n minus 2 position. New target index is 3 and the element right before that is index 2. Its corresponding value is 1. Because it is greater than or equal to 1, I can easily make the jump and reach the new target. We'll repeat the same cycle for all of the elements moving towards the left hand side until the reachable target is at the first element of the array. Let's use a different example where we can't reach the last element in the array. My current target is 4 and the element right before that, that is n minus 2, the value is 0. It means I cannot take a jump from n minus 2 position to reach to my target. We need to look at the element before 0, that is n minus 3, to see if we can make at least 2 spaces of jumps to reach the target. As the value is less than the required distance, we cannot make the jump, so we need to move one space towards the left to see if there's any other combination available. Next number is 2 and the required distance is 3. As 2 is less than 3, we cannot make the jump from here, so we'll repeat and move on to the leftmost number, which is 3. As the value is less than the required spaces we need to jump, we can't reach the target, hence the output is false. With this solution, our time complexity is O of n, as we are only running one iteration on the input array to figure out if we can reach the last element, while the space complexity is O of 1, as we are only using couple of variables to point at the target and the required space needed to reach it. I hope you were able to understand how we were able to use the greedy algorithm to solve this problem. Let me show you how we can implement this using Python. Here's the solution in Python. In the main method, I'm initializing a variable called last reachable as setting the default value to the last element in the array. As we discussed, we'll be moving from the last element towards the first element to see if we can make the jump. After that, I'm starting a for loop to iterate through all of the elements from the right hand side all the way to the left hand side, starting with the second last element. Inside the for loop, I'm checking if I can make a jump from I to the last reachable element based on the value I is pointing. If yes, then I'm updating the value of last reachable to I. After the for loop is complete, the last reachable value will be set to 0 if we can make the jump, and in that case will return true as our output. This code, when submitted on LeetCode, beats 82% of the submissions in terms of runtime and 42% in terms of memory. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you were able to understand the explanation. The details to access the source code is available in the description below. Feel free to check that out, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.